How's it going, fellas? Another video for you today, and today is about how I want to talk about something. Today I want to talk about how growing up in a religious household can really leave you unprepared for how life is really like. And now, I grew up in a religious household, and my grandparents were quite religious. They didn't. I wouldn't say they were fundamentalist religious, but they did believe in God. They did go to church every weekend, and they said their prayers every night. Said it before dinner and everything. And now, growing up in that kind of environment, you're always taught that if you just believe in God and believe in Jesus and go by His word and treat people with respect and all this, you're taught that if you do all this, that you'll get everything you want in life. And like, you won't be told opposite. You'll be told that things will just happen for you, and you'll be done right by people and all this, and you'll form connections and whatever you need to make life meaningful or whatever. But as I got older, and especially when I got into my teen years, I realised that was all just a lie to indoctrinate and just make you. It leaves you unprepared for how the world actually is, because because the real world doesn't operate the way religious people think it does, and the way Christianity thinks it does. But people don't care if you believe in Jesus or if you do all these good deeds and all this. They don't really care about that. They care about what you can do for them or what you can provide for them. They don't care if you're a good person or if you believe in Jesus or follow His word or anything. They don't care about any of that. Because believing in God and following His word and all this, it doesn't put food on the table. It won't enable you to get a good career, and it won't let you buy a house. It won't get you a wife who'll love you till who you go to heaven with and all this, and your kids. It won't get you any of that, because you can't just go around believing in God and all this and thinking that that's gonna give you everything you want in life, because it's just not true. And people who grow up believing this kind of thing, you ever notice with most people who grow up in religious households like that, they end up having a lot of problems in life. A lot of them end up on drugs, or they end up homeless or alcoholics, and there's lots of, if you just look online, or you'll see there's a lot of people who even famous people or famous actors or whatever, you'll see that a lot of them who grew up in religious households or who had something like that, they were left unprepared for how the real world is. And because if you're raised thinking that if you just be a good person and respect the will of God and respect other people, that kind of stuff can get you walked all over in life, And there was a lot of homeless people out there. I think a lot of them were raised in kind of the religious kind of household, and they were taught that if you just be a good person, believe in God and treat everyone well, that things will happen for you. But as we all know, it didn't happen for them at all. They ended up with drug addictions or mental health issues or whatever. And even look at, there was one I remember seeing online one time. There was this adult movie star who she grew up in a religious household, and I believe I think she said that played a part in her turning into that kind of work, because she was taught that growing up in a, she'd just I think she says something like she was taught that you know, growing up in a household like that things would work out if she just believed in God and all that, but it didn't. It ended up going the opposite path for her, and you know, she ended up becoming a pastor or something after she retired from that career, but then she ended up going back into it again. So that just shows you, like, that religion just wrecked her life completely, and you know, completely can mess you up as a person. And you know, like I said before, believing in all this stuff doesn't necessarily mean that life will go the way you want it to, because it's just how it is. And like people who and even worse is when people who were rich people or whatever, and they push their religion onto you. Like they even, like, they know that they're telling lies and that all this stuff won't work for you if you just believe in all this. They know that just believing all that isn't how the real world works, but they'll still try and push that onto you. And that's the reason because a lot of the people who follow religion and all that, they know they're talking crap, but they still push it anyway. Like I believe in God still. I haven't completely walked away from that belief, but I know for a fact that He doesn't care about everyone in this world, because some people were just meant to not do it. Some people were meant to suffer in life, like, because not everyone was born into a good situation. Like, there's people who are born in poverty and people who just were not born with the right kind of means to succeed in life. And even those, like, even myself, like, I still haven't completely escaped the shackles of Christianity, because sometimes I still think that praying to God and all this, I still think praying to God will solve the problems I have, but sometimes I'll go into periods, or I'll go into episodes where I still believe that, and I'll pray to God and all this, but then in the next few days I'll just go back to realising that He doesn't care about everyone, you know, and He just left some of us to suffer in life, and He blessed certain people, and He cursed others, you know. So yeah, that's how I am. Like, you can never escape the shackles of Christianity, even if, because it's so brainwashed into you as you grow up that you can never completely escape it. And it's been like that for thousands of years, that religion has been pushed on people to control them and make them believe certain things as a way to control their actions, and you know, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just a way of brainwashing people, and you know, making them believe, be another cog in the machine, believing that all this magical thinking and all this, that their words and actions will actually have an impact on things, and just because God wills it to, you know. But that's all. I've had to realise that that's all a bunch of crap. You know, have you noticed people who don't believe in God, or were never grown up believing with that stuff drilled into them, they're the ones who just succeed in life, you know, because you know, anyway, people who grow up without believing in God, they seem to be the ones who succeed in life, because they just have nothing shackling them. They actually know how life is like, that life isn't about morals or anything, it's just about what you can do for other people. And I think that would be the main point of the video. So I just realised, if you actually did grow up in a religious household and things didn't work out for you, it wasn't your fault, because that's been drilled into you from a young age, that all this stuff about believing in God and all this actually works, but it doesn't have to work at the end of the day. So you know, people will try to make you think that it does, but at the end of the day it doesn't. So you have a good day. I'll see you for next time. Bye bye.